Today, we're in Davie, Florida, visiting Cesar Costa, franchisee of HouseMaster. Let's go see Cesar. When the neighborly team suggested I talk to an award-winning franchisee, I really didn't know that you really won this many awards.
Wow,
so
yes.
Congratulations,
Thank you
famous
so much.
guy.
You're gonna have to spend $15,000 to replace the pipes.
Now, obviously, you didn't do the home inspection.
Of course.
Do we have drinks with the umbrellas?
I have a couple of beers down there.
Couple of beers. Cesar!
Hey, Les, how are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Very nice to meet you face to face.
Yes, true.
So we're going on a tour?
Yeah, let me show you the office.
All right, let's
Hey,
do it.
Welcome.
Wait a second. Are these awards?
Yes.
Well, when the neighborly team suggested I talk to an award-winning franchisee, I really didn't know that you really won this many awards.
Wow.
So
yes.
congratulations,
Thank you
famous
so much.
guy. Top Gun.
Top Gun, Captain, Chairman Circle. Some of the awards are only given to the top 5% franchisees.
Amazing.
And they won appeal.
Very impressive. I love it.
you.
Congrats on all that success.
Thank you.
Let's
So let me
see
show
what else
you.
we have.
Yes, let me show you some more. So here, my team comes all the time to pick it up materials. So I have marketing material for promotions, events, sponsorships that we do. We have mold supplies and things for the inspectors. And I also have over there, let me show you here.
Now, by the way, as if I did not know what you do for a living as a home inspector, mold supplies, inspection supplies,
Exactly.
inspection tools,
Exactly.
inspection resource guide. But you inspect everything, don't you?
Yes, yes. I have a lot of services here. So in addition to home inspections, we do termite inspections and treatment. We do mold inspections, sewer camera with the snake camera. We do swimming pool with leak detection, basically everything. And here I have additional equipment that my team can come here and pick it up and replace. Here I have additional tables that they can sit, work on reports, plan their day.
So this is the office for everybody on the staff to do their homework,
Yes,
to bill people, to do reports,
exactly.
to make some money.
exactly.
Perfect.
Awesome. And here's my table. So I have a small studio here, microphone, I have a backdrop as well, and a camera. So I do trainings every couple of weeks, twice or 3 times a month, where I give C classes, continuing education classes to realtors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they can get credits for their license renewal.
Wonderful. And I'm sure those realtors refer you business.
Exactly. That's
I
it.
love that.
Yeah, I provide information, build that confidence and trust, so they can feel comfortable in referring.
That's awesome. So I bet we're gonna go inspect a house today too, right?
Yes, let's do it.
I get to learn.
All right.
Love it. Let's do it. Cesar, we
Yes.
now have
We
action.
now have action.
You're
We're
gonna put me to work?
Yes, we're gonna do some inspections.
All right, let's do it.
So we're gonna start with the outside.
Okay.
Usually,
And why the outside?
usually take a look at the overall structure of the house, what is called the envelope of the house,
Okay.
to see if there is no signs of foundational movement.
Got it.
Then we go to the roof to check the conditions of the roof covering, the tiles, and everything else. We're gonna see electrical, AC, everything that is outside, plumbing, swimming pool. All right.
Great. Let's do it.
So, don't know, one thing that a lot of times people don't do it is to check the conditions of the pipe. I got a customer that she bought a house, and then as soon as she moved, first day she flushed the toilets, and all the water backed up.
Holy
So
cow.
all that dirty water damaged her photo albums, the boxes that was on the living room, carpet.
The first day she moved in.
The first day she moved in. So she called the plumber. And the plumber told her, your pipes are gone, cast iron pipes from the 70s, you're gonna have to spend $15,000 to replace the pipes.
Now, obviously, you didn't do the home inspection.
Of course.
Someone else did, or she
Someone
didn't have
else
anybody?
did. But this is not typically part of the inspection, it's an additional service. But all the homes that are from the 70s, we always want to check the conditions of the pipe. So I have this camera here. So what we do, we look for a clean out. We open the clean out, and then let me put some gloves here.
This is fun.
Yes.
This is the good stuff.
This is the good stuff. So we get this snake camera. The cable can go up to 110 feet.
Oh, wow.
So we can follow all the way until the city.
Until the sewer.
Into the sewer. So.
See, I know a little something.
Yes. So we get the cable. There's the camera, and the camera goes inside, and we can watch.
I love it.
And record the entire pipe. Sometimes there is trees that breaks the pipe on the way, and if it's an old pipe, cast iron, you really want to check the conditions of the pipe.
Love it. So how experienced, you obviously went through some sort of training to understand how to do this.
With the training, certification, we acquired the equipment, and there's an additional service that we offer, and buyers just love it because it reduces the surprises.
Did your wife teach you this? Because she's a cardiologist.
No.
So same thing, right?
But the same thing.
Very strange that it's same.
Yeah, and the image looks like that you're inside someone.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What are we doing
Now
with
we're
those
going to take a
ladders?
look at the roof.
Okay.
So one very important part of the inspection is actually to get in the roof and walk on the roof to check if there is any broken tiles,
Okay.
missing tiles. You know, one time I got in a roof and there was just a hole in the roof.
A hole?
A hole on the roof, and it was sun, rain just going through, and nobody had noticed. It's just
You
so
can't
crazy.
see that on the inside?
Well, there is an attic, right? So
Oh,
I think they had a storm, and some tiles were damaged, something happened in that roof. So many crazy things we see over time. But that's very important. The roof is the key element to keep the home watertight, right?
Okay.
So we want to make sure they will not have any surprises with leaks.
All right. We looked at the arteries, the ventricles, the aorta, the heart of the house, and the
The
roof.
drain pipes, the roof, the overall conditions of the envelope.
Perfect.
Now we're going to take a look at the electrical panel.
Perfect. Electrical panel.
All right, let's take a look. So electrical panel is very important for the safety of the house. We want to make sure there is no fire hazard.
Right.
So we're going to open the panel.
So how do you check? You don't have to be an electrician to be a home inspector,
No,
but
you don't
but
need
you
to.
understand the safety features.
We understand the safety, we understand the major conditions and what to look for. Thank you.
You got it. There's no charge for my services, by the way, this time.
That's awesome. And what do we want to see in here? What kind of wire is installed, if there's no double tapping. And one very important thing that I always want to check on the electric panel is with my infrared camera if there is no overheating. So that's very
Is that when the
important.
breakers begin to pop?
Well, you don't see. Sometimes if there is an overload and proper installation, it gets so hot, it can be a fire hazard. You know, one time I was in a commercial inspection and we were doing the thermography for the inspection. The breaker was at 257 degrees.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
So it
could
started
get
a fire, right?
It could get on fire. So with the infrared camera and the tools that we use, we can avoid big problems.
Got it. And you also are making sure there's no illegal wiring, because you'd be able to spot something.
Yeah, two wires
bootlegged or-
connected in the same breaker. Breakers with improper wires and
Got it.
lack of ground.
So this looks good. Looks nice and clean to me.
Nice and clean, well done.
Yeah.
Everything is good.
Now, backyard?
Yes, backyard.
More fun.
More fun. Let's take a look at the pool.
Perfect. Are we going for a swim?
Yes.
Do we have
It's kind of warm.
Do we have drinks with
I
the
have
umbrellas?
I have a couple of beers down there.
Couple of beers. I don't know. I look at all the pipes, the PVC, and it's not new. My pool is old, and I know Panther is like the big vendor, and I know about Jandy and the pumps and things like this. But for you, just because something looks old, does that mean it wasn't maintained? Sometimes people are painting these things to make it look like it's been maintained.
That's true. So what is important is to test the entire system. So we're gonna test all the valves and run a cycle. And usually what we do is to follow the pipe, right? So there's the suction side, goes to the pump, then sends up water to the filter. We want to check the pressure of the filter. We want to check the electrical installation of the pump to see if it's bounded or grounded to the swimming pool. We don't want to see captations or bubbles, no signs of leaks on the pipe.
Yeah.
And then we go to the swimming pool and we make sure that everything is functioning correctly.
Yeah.
So I have this equipment that is a swimming pool leak test. So what we do is the following. We install the sensor on the border of the swimming pool, and that it's a very, very sensitive equipment. It's gonna measure the water level variation, and in just 20 minutes, this can tell me if the swimming pool is leaking.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So how long have you been a franchisee of HouseMaster?
Well, it's been almost 9 years now.
9 years.
Time really flies.
So you know I'm going to ask this. How did you find HouseMaster and why HouseMaster?
Wow, that's a great question. So I used to work for big companies, big multinational companies. So I worked for Intel, Lucid Technologies, Global Crossing.
You were some tech genius?
No, I was doing business development
Okay.
for high-tech companies.
Sales or?
Sales and marketing development, bringing new products to new markets, helping them to expand and grow the business through the introduction of new technologies. And there is a very dynamic market, changes very fast and quickly. And after 20 years, I got exhausted of working for big corporations.
20 years.
20 years, and I said, no, I had enough. I want to have my own business, do something a little more stable, that doesn't change every month.
So did you get exhausted from all the work, or maybe you weren't appreciated anymore and you want more vacation?
I think it's a combination of everything. When you work for corporate America, sometimes you feel that you're not appreciated, that you don't get enough for your work, you work too much, have little control of everything. And the technology market is very exhausting because it's changing all the time, so you always have to be studying and getting updated. And wow, after 20 years I said, you know what, I want something more stable. Real estate doesn't change much, right?
Real estate is generally stable.
It's stable. And I was thinking that I'm getting older, I think I need to start investing in real estate as well. Maybe start thinking on creating passive income so I can retire someday. And I started studying what I could do in real estate. And at the same time, my kids, they always went to international schools back in Brazil, and they came with the idea, oh, we want to study in US, which, it was our hope, but also became a fear, because I said, well, they're going to be far away now. We like to stay close together. And so there was a combination of all those things. Me wanted to come to open a business, and I always thought the US was the best way to be an entrepreneur.
So all of the business experience that you had that you mentioned earlier was in Brazil?
Was in Brazil. Everything was
It was all in Brazil. That was before you came to the United States.
Yeah, it was all in Brazil.
Got it.
So, and then I decided to come to US, start a business, and follow my kids in their path of coming to US and pursuing their education here in the US.
Yeah, you don't want to let them out of your sight.
Exactly.
You wanted to track them and make sure they were going to be okay.
Yes, and keep providing the good education that we have doing a great effort throughout the years.
So your goal when you left corporate America, coming to the United States, I need freedom, I need control, I'm going to be my own boss.
Exactly.
And how did this happen? Why HouseMaster? Why a franchise? What else did you look at?
Yeah, so I started to look into real estate. I had a friend that had an idea to develop the business of a person that has steel frame construction modules for residential construction. So I looked into that. And I always had this idea to be closer to real estate because I was thinking about doing construction, fix and flips, investments, and so forth.
There's a lot of TV shows dedicated to that.
A lot of TV shows.
We all get excited about fix and flips.
Yes.
Do buy and hold, how many houses, how many doors do we have?
Yeah, exactly. But then came the issue with the visa. Because for me to live here and work and have a business, you have to have a visa, right? And for you to have a visa, they will not give you for real estate investment. You need to be employing people, producing your own income. And the franchise is one of the best paths to support visa as a foreign investor.
Did you do an E2 visa?
Yes. I started with E2, that is the foreign investor, and then I changed it to EB2.
EB2.
Yeah, there's the special abilities. It was just easier. But anyway, I had to have a business, and I started to look for business related to real estate. And I hired a consultant, and it was a coach as well. And we studied a lot of different options. And then he presented this idea of home inspections. He said, "You are a technical guy, you have engineering backgrounds, you also like business development, and home inspection is very interesting because it bridges the two components of technical knowledge, and then the other side of the business is building relationship with the realtors, finding customers, and growing the business." And I thought you have the ideal experience. So despite the fact that you don't know much about home inspections, you can leverage your past experience and learn whatever is missing for you to start that business. So I got in love with home inspections. I talked to several different companies, love HouseMaster team, and I decided to be a franchisee.
So what was the hardest thing for you? Was there something that was difficult in the beginning? Because there is a system, as you said, is training and procedures and things like that. What was the hardest part?
I think the hardest part is the break-even point. Because a lot of people start...
It's like a mystery, right?
Yes, it's a mystery. So a lot of people, even myself, you start a business and you want to make money immediately. And I understand. I came here, I had to pay my bills. I had some amount of money in savings. We did the investment on the franchise business as well. So the money is not unlimited. And after, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, and you're not seeing money coming in your account, and the money that leaves is more than comes in, makes you very anxious. So I think that's what makes a lot of people to give up. After 1 year, people just give up. They don't take the time, because it might take 1 year, might take 1 year and a half, sometimes takes 2 years for you to create a new business. You cannot create a new business immediately. It takes a little bit. And so the hardest thing is to be patient and believe that it's gonna happen. Do you know the piñatas thing that they use in the Latin party? They have like an animal stuffed with candy.
I've beaten a couple of piñatas.
And you beat the piñata. So all the kids goes and start beating the piñata. And they're beating for 5, 10, 15 minutes and nothing happens. And then just one kid do the last one and it breaks. Right? I think it's the same thing with a new business. You keep tapping.
Be patient.
It happens all at once. And there is a reason for that, right? Realtors refers inspectors, and they have been doing that for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So everybody has their guy. Everybody, as you mentioned, has been cutting their hair somewhere. So everybody's already using their business. So you show up from nowhere, you know nobody, and you believe people are gonna call you next day. No, they wanna see you.
You gotta create your customer base.
And they wanna see you, that you're there day after day, that you show up, you're reliable, and you keep going to the meetings, you go to the presentations, you keep calling people, and you keep showing up. After a while, it's, I don't know, this guy has been a while here. He comes to our office every few months. My guy is busy next week, I'm gonna give him a try. And then suddenly everything starts to happen. So it's that anxiety that everybody has at the beginning, that you want things to happen sooner, but you need to give the time for the business to work.
So when did you realize that I made it? The American dream, the business is making money?
So the hardest point was that a year and a half, when I started to get desperate and I said, oh my God, will this ever work? 2 years, it was the break-even point where I was being able to pay the bills and get very, very tight. But I think year 3, 4, and 5, it was very good years, because it's when things start to grow, and they grow exponentially. So especially year 4, year 5, so it just needs to be a little patient.
Well, and you were also adding additional territories. So additional territories, more potential. Perhaps this market had extra competition, and you really, clearly you're now dominant in the market, and people know you.
That's true.
So great job. How much money can a good franchisee make in this business? It's not a big investment, considering you're not buying a restaurant.
Yes.
You're not buying a $500,000 restaurant or $600,000 restaurant with all the equipment and contractor costs. But is this something where, you can start to make $75,000, $100,000 a year per territory? I mean, how does it work? Tell me about that.
Well, I know
it's going to vary.
Yeah, it varies a lot, and I see ranging from 50 to 200. There are some people that they are only looking for their own employment. So they're not. It's not a business. It's a self-employment kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you buy the franchise. It's just one-man show. You do marketing, sales, answer calls, do inspections, do reports. It's just one person doing everything. And then you don't really scale so much.
Yes.
So you get on the lower end of
So there are.
you can make.
So the audience understands. In every franchise system, there are people. We call them chuck in a truck. Just one individual staying in the van.
Yeah, stay in the van.
And a lot of times people can be very happy with that. They don't have any responsibilities except their customers.
Exactly.
They work 9 to 5.
Exactly. They
No
only
nights.
do a few because they want to pay their bills. And there's a lot of retired people that do it that way. So they want to just work part-time. They get just few inspections a day. They don't want to do so much, and they're happy to have an activity and stay busy.
But there are people like you that want to build an empire.
Exactly. And then you can build a little more. So, and that takes a little more time, but also you make a little more money. Because now if you have other inspectors working for you, you have some people helping on the operations and marketing, you have, of course, more expenses, but over time, then when you get scale, you can make a little more. So it all depends on how much you're willing to invest and how you want to build the business. So you can decide how much money you want to make.
Yeah. But you can make a couple $100,000 a year if you want to make it.
You can.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, and it's a great business because it's required.
Yeah.
Nobody these days that I know of buys a house without an inspection, right?
Yes.
Unless you're a real estate investor and you're buying something that you know is a mess.
Even if you're an investor, I would recommend doing inspections because the level of information that you get is much better.
You don't want any surprises.
Yeah, you don't want to have surprises. Yeah.
Cesar, what advice would you give to somebody looking into businesses? If you can imagine, maybe they're already in the United States, so let's not send them to Brazil first.
Yes.
They're already in the United States and they're thinking about a business like you back in the day. What advice would you give? Obviously, you like franchises.
Yes. I love franchises. I think a franchise is a good start. I would never start a business from scratch. I don't think you want to recreate the wheel. Today, there are franchises for everything that you can imagine, probably thousands of franchises out there.
Yes.
So it's just a matter to have the right guidance. So I would strongly recommend people to talk to mentors, to people that has experience, business brokers, franchise brokers. Also, it's another path, and they have great tools to help to map what's the experience that you have, what are the industries that would be appealing to you, what are your life experience that you can leverage and reuse again, so you can take advantage of your unique skills, because everybody has unique skills, right? Maybe you work by yourself, so you know how to get out there and do routes. Maybe you sold people, so you have sales experience. Maybe you work with operations, whatever it is, and how you can leverage using that skill that is required for that kind of business. Because you might get a business that requires something that you don't have. It's better to get one that is going to use well that experience that you have.
Right.
So my advice is to really go through coaching to choose the right business, because then when you choose something that is right for you, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be very happy. You're gonna be able to use some of the knowledge that you have. They're gonna give you whatever is missing, and you can build that business quicker, and you're gonna be more satisfied.
Did you hear that? Cesar just told you to make sure you call me, and I'm gonna help you find a franchise. Cesar, thanks for having me. Thanks for hosting me and giving me the education on HouseMaster and you. And I really appreciate it.
That's awesome. My pleasure.
Well, thank you. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Now that you know everything about the home inspection business, thanks to Cesar, the HouseMaster award-winning franchisee, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next franchise road trip.